in college football and a continuing developing story on SportsCenter. The Big 12 filed a lawsuit today that would allow the conference the authority to use its bylaws to potentially punish Texas Tech quarterback Brendan Sorsby. The quarterback had been ruled ineligible by the NCAA for betting on sports. However, as you know, he was granted the temporary injunction that would allow him to play for the Red Raiders this year. Since then, an absolute firestorm in NCAA sports and college football specifically, as we welcome in our senior college football writer, Pete Thamel. All right, Pete, this story continues to have layers added to it. What is the Big 12 trying to do with this complaint today?
Well, what the Big 12 is trying to do legally, Matt, it's asking for a declaratory judgment and an injunction so it can enforce its own rules. And that's going to allow them to essentially use bylaw 3.6, which would allow them to punish any member that they want. Look, it's 15-1 right now in the Big 12, and I think this lawsuit today is more important symbolically than it is legally. This is saying, look, Texas Tech, look, Cody Campbell, we aren't going to get pushed around by you by sending threatening letters from the Attorney General. Already we've seen the Attorneys General in Oklahoma, in Kansas, and now in Utah all push back and say they support the Big 12. And finally today, Matt, what's going to happen here is they need to wait for this federal judgment. And while they wait, it puts Brendan Sorsby in limbo. The deadline to declare for the supplemental draft is a week from today, and this adds some more ambiguity to his future.
The other thing, too, is it's just a lot of movement here for a Monday to begin the week, because later today the Big 12 executives are going to meet to discuss the next steps. So what more can you tell us about this meeting today?
Well, I mean, the Big 12 said plenty in the lawsuit this morning, and the only certainty from this meeting today, Matt, is there's not going to be a vote on any action. In fact, legally, it'd be highly unlikely for the Big 12 to do anything formal until the federal judge gives them the injunction or the right to enforce their own rules. So look for the Big 12 to come out with some kind of statement to say they're clearly united, which the lawsuit shows, but there will not be any formal action on Sorsby today from the Big 12 presidents. They're expected to go over different options. Would they fine the school a hefty fine? Would they invoke something with the Big 12 championship, which was used in that lawsuit today, Matt, in potentially Sorsby's eligibility for that? They're going to look at a menu of options, but no decision is going to come today.
All right, that from the Big 12. Also happening today, the NCAA officially filed its appeal to the Sorsby injunction. So what does all of this mean?
Well, the NCAA made it very clear they want an answer by the start of football season. August 28th, for all the filings to go through, was what the NCAA asked for. They asked for an expedited ruling. They thought it was unreasonable that the court date wasn't until after the college football playoff last year. So this is, again, a request, but it also symbolizes another headwind toward Brendan Sorsby. Could the NCAA or could the Texas court make a new ruling in late August that puts him in limbo? So again, more headwinds today for Brendan Sorsby and his case to be eligible for the 2026 season.
In a courtroom, at some point, we'll talk about the games on a football field. That's not today. Pete Thamel, great stuff. Thank you.
You want this, you got that. No way, watch them walk right past you. Run fast while you have the chance. Don't speak, let them look right at you.